All right, CNT125 Routing Protocols Lab. First podcast we did our map. Second podcast we configured both switches. Now we're going to move on to the routers and do the basic config on both of the routers to get the network up and rolling. So I moved the console cable to my, in this case it's the 2811 router. That's the router I moved it to. So over here we'll do enable just like we do on the switches, and we'll do config T. And I'm going to give it a host name very quickly so I do not get myself confused. And I'm going to use 2011 protocols. 2811 protocols. Now I know that's the router I'm in. I won't get myself confused. All right, what I'm going to do is configure the interfaces on here. And then when I move over to the 4221, I'll get its name and its interfaces, just so I'm not moving too much. So on the 2011, we have the fast Ethernet 00 and 01. Those are the two ports we have, 00, 01. So I'm going to do the 00 and make sure I'm using this number. Then I'll come back and do the 01 and make sure I'm using that number. So here we go. We want to do interface fast Ethernet 0/0. IP address on this, 170.70. Look at my map, don't assume. 16.1, 16.1, 255, 255, 240.0. Let me make this a little wider. There we go. Enter, no shutdown, and I'm going to look for that blinky link light to come on, and I see it, and I should see a note pop up here. Excellent. Exit, let's do the other interface, fast Ethernet 01. IP address, I'm using my up arrow, I'm going in here and editing. This should be 32.1. 32.1. Hit the enter key. No shutdown. Now, this and most likely will not turn on because it needs the other router to be configured as well. It'll try, and then most likely we're going to see a message in a little bit. It'll probably shut off. Don't panic. Once we get the other router configured, we should be in good shape. So there's my 2011. I'm going to move over to the 4221. And get it configured. So I'm actually going to leave this router like so. I'm just going to move my console cable over to my 4221. Now the console port on this guy is on the other side. With the enter key a couple times here. There we go. Go to router prompt, enable, config T, and I want to give this a host name very quick, 4221 protocols. And now I know it's that router. Okay, now that I have that, we can configure the interfaces. Now these are gigabit. These are gigabit. So I want to do interface gigabit, and I'm going to hit the tab key. That'll complete the gigabit for me. 0/0/0. I'm going to do this port here, 000, with this IP, and then I'll move on to the other one. Enter, IP address, 170.70.48.1. 255, 255, 240.0. No shutdown. And again, I should see this port kick on if I wait a couple seconds. I should see that port kick on, and I see a message here. Okay, there it goes, changing to up. Excellent. And now I'm going to do the 001. So this one, make sure we're using this address. This was for this port, 32.1 was for this port on this router, 32.2 was for this port on this router. And you notice they are unique. If they were the same, they would conflict. Okay? So IP address, 170.70, 32.2, 32.2. No shutdown. And now we configured this port on this router, and now we configure this port on this router. That WAN link should come online. That WAN link between the two routers should come online. Exit, exit. Okay. That now is the basic router config on both routers. I will come back in the next one, and we will do strictly RIP, RIP.